I have fallen into utilizing social media to fill my dopamine hits. Well, welcome back to one's journey of unwinding the mind and, of course, your daily microdose. Now, tune in to the latest episode of One's Journey. I really wish I had a shirt with a cat with laser beam eyes. I've seen it before. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. For today's episode. Because today I'm going to talk about a recent curiosity challenge I did. Of course, I have to remind you as always that curiosity did not kill the cat. Curiosity saved the cat. Or if you would like what my mentor says, she says curiosity did not kill the cat. It gave it 9 lives. Either way, it did not kill the cat. I feel it would be very fitting for me to have a cat shirt on. I do not have a cat shirt. But okay. To get on board, I have been doing what I call a curiosity challenge with myself. And I do these frequently here and there, sometimes more intense, sometimes less, to just really remind myself and to bring awareness to areas in my life that tend to go into autopilot, that tend to become second nature, habit, trained, whatever you want to call, or can be harmful in our life and really matrixy, keeping you stuck in the illusion. A lot of people say keep you in the matrix, in a non-active player, whatever those are. Recently, I did a social media challenge. Well, I'm actually still doing it. It's week 3 maybe, but essentially what it is where I can only go on social media twice a day for 20 minutes each. By making those parameters, excuse me, I have to be very intentional because I post, I interact, I talk with other people. I need it for my business. So when I'm doing it in 20-minute increments, it doesn't allow for that automatic behavior to come. Because it's not like, oh, a total of 40 minutes all day. Instead, it's 2 specific 20-minute increments and not the rest. Because what happens for social media, at least, we often mindlessly go to it when we're bored. So it was very interesting. Here it is, day 1. I get up, I get ready, get my phone. I'm not really big at checking my social media right away in the morning. I have a morning routine, I guess you would say, or things I like to get done first. I've broke myself of that habit a long time ago with a different curiosity challenge. But all of a sudden, it was after the morning piece, and I got a text message from someone. And immediately after I closed the text message, my hands opened the app. I think it was the Instagram app. Just automatically, and all of a sudden I realized, like I did not realize in the process of doing it, but once it was open and I was doing this, I was like, oh, you're in Instagram. But that is how automatic it was happening and how much I was sleeping and not paying attention. And there are so many things we do during our day that we do like that. And social media has become the most undercover piece of that. Because other things we do like that during the day are brushing our teeth. It's a very automatic event. Driving places that we drive to all the time, very automatic. Do you ever have those instances where you get somewhere and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't remember driving here? Well, it's because it was so automatic that you just did it. You drive that same drive every single day. So the curiosity challenge, what it does is it allows you opportunities to see where you're mindlessly doing things, but then it also allows you to create new habits. In the process of that, I was able to see the times that I would mindlessly do it and redirect myself back, which brought a lot more time into my life, let's say that. But then also I was able to take a step back and be like, okay, when you're feeling this way or you've had a day like this, you're tending to hop on social media. And what I realized for me is, again, I have fallen into utilizing social media to fill my dopamine hits. I talk here all the time about that, and it is a constant goal for everyone to not seek dopamine. So by no means do not believe that I am there yet. And this is a direct representation of that. I will say the first couple of days, life was boring. Yeah, it was boring. And it was boring because I had began to become reliant on those dopamine hits. Now, going into week 2, it was interesting as well to find that when you have significant intention, my intention was to interact with my followers, to post my posts. I had to post on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and to respond to any messages I had received. Well, let's say that only took me 11 minutes. Because I was being so intentional with my time, when it was done, I was like, okay, I'm done. Because I didn't go on there to mindlessly scroll, and I was intentional. I talk about intention a lot, and the curiosity challenge can be used in any way. I recently had a client who she did a curiosity challenge around her relationship with alcohol. And so what that looked like is very similar thing. When she would go somewhere and feel the need to order a drink, she would ask herself why. And then she would maybe get herself a seltzer or a pop instead, to see if in fact that is what she was seeking, was something to drink that tasted delicious. And so in this process of her getting curious, she really brought a lot of awareness to how alcohol fit in her life, and if in fact maybe she had a problem with it, a dependence had turned it into an idol, or was it just a habit, a mindless habit? Or was it something that she just doesn't need at all and doesn't care for? And she was able to see how it's impacting her life, just like I have been able to see how social media had placed me back into that constant seeking of dopamine. And that's why for 2 days, life was boring, because my body was so used to these dopamine hits that are not necessary, that it was reliant on social media for them, instead of being in a state of serotonin that I, work consciously to do. So then now with this challenge, as I continue, I get to decide. I get to choose what life looks like when I complete this challenge. Do I continue only 20 minutes a day, twice a day? I don't know, maybe. But I do know that social media, again, had become a habit, had become an automatic behavior that I had no control over, or I was allowing it to have control over me. And I was allowing it to have control over my emotions and my mood. And I think that's one of the stickiest places to pay attention to when you are doing a curiosity challenge. Again, curiosity did not kill the cat. And if we don't get curious, especially with behaviors in our life that can easily turn automatic, we easily fall back into that slope of the ego thought system, the ego belief system of where life is happening to us instead of for us, where we're coming from a place of need of constant stimulation and the experience of separation. The constant experience of separation and pain, because again, a dopamine hit and then you come down, separation. I would love for you to share what kind of curiosity challenge you are seeking, and let's plan one. Let's support one another in a curiosity challenge, because only through getting curious can we bring awareness to areas of our life that we're still not coming from the Holy Spirit, not coming from that place of love, not coming from a place of control and choice, but rather happening to us. As always, I am so grateful that you're a part of this Big Miracle Energy community. Without you, there wouldn't be a community. And I really hope that hearing about my curiosity challenge is helpful for you to understand how you can get curious in your life. And until next time, remember you are worth it. Bye.